Okay. So first things first, Miss Rachel, tell me, what do you do? Where are you from?
From Maryland. And as far as what do, I am work for the DoD as a program manager. So
Okay.
stressful job, but I love it.
Okay. And you have two kids, a husband. What do you like to do for fun?
We go camping a lot, including today. So we've got a fifth wheel that we love to take out. I love doing CrossFit, street parking. Sometimes I get into running. I kind of go, it's on and off. So I've done like some half marathons, but right now I'm not doing that. Well, I haven't caught that bug yet. So,
That's okay. That's
but yeah,
okay.
those are the
Well,
main things.
you did the, what was it, a 10K
Last year.
last year
No,
or
but
5K?
last November I did a half marathon. So I've kind of settled down since then. But yeah, those are some of my top things I like to do.
Awesome. Awesome. So go ahead and tell everyone, because everyone's gonna be watching this, where was your health prior to starting the Sophrosyne Health program?
So I had recently had two kids. Both my kids are fairly young. So with pregnancy, my weight's kind of fluctuated most of my life, but certainly that had ticked it up on the scale. So I
Yeah.
was continuing to try to find, ways to bring it down. I've always used exercise, but I struggled with basically exercising and then still offsetting it with eating too much. So I had tried everything under the sun. I was doing keto at one point. I've done all the different ones that you could think of, the main ones. So I basically was, yeah, overweight, not super happy with, how I was looking and most importantly, how I was feeling. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you feel like that was affecting your life as a whole?
Yeah, so for sure, it had become a way to cope with stress. I was using eating for sure. So this year especially has been a challenging one, like for most people after COVID, getting back into the swing of things with, everybody taking off their masks. My kids have been getting sick left and right. So lots of stress. And that was the case last year too when I joined. So yeah, I was using eating as basically a way to sort of handle that. And
Yeah.
that does not work very effectively because it makes you feel worse. You end up getting tired because you're eating sugar all the time. And then it's just a spiral effect. So yeah, wasn't in a super good place as far as physical and even mental health to some degree, just not using effective techniques on how to cope with stress. So
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's really tough, especially coming out of COVID. So how do you feel that your life has changed since you started the Sophrosyne Health program now?
well, for starters, just learning how to look at food from a healthy mindset. So a lot of the things that you preach, even in the Facebook group, not looking at food as good versus bad, learning to be able to eat things that maybe aren't as healthy as some others, but then not letting it spiral me down into, well, I'll just keep doing this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I've definitely had I feel like I have a better relationship with food now where I understand how to make myself not have as many, you know, um, not have as much hunger, basically. That was the big thing. Like for me, I felt like I couldn't lose weight because when I tried the extreme methods, I was just hungry all the time and I just couldn't overcome that. So I thought maybe I'm just, I'm not made like other people and I just can't get there. So that mindset has changed. Now I know that I am capable. I had lost 20 pounds and still feel like I have more to go, but I don't feel like I'm in a race to get there either. So you've taught me that for sure is, as life is challenging, not setting my bar so high that I'm going to fail, like adjusting the bar and learning that it's not a linear curve. Things are going to kind of go up and down. And that's been huge this year.
Yeah.
My job became more stressful because I changed up, where I was working after over a decade. And like I said, kids have been getting sick left and right. So I've been hit with a lot of things that have been hard to cope with. And yet I'm still able to not only lose, but then maintain. And that's been huge for me.
Yeah, and I really like where we're at right now with the most recent change of recognizing that during this summer period and you're going on a ton of trips, like maybe right now is not the best time to continue that weight loss. And like you said, it's not a linear, it's not straight up and down, where right now we're going to maintain, because why add extra stress to your life when you're doing all these other things? And we don't want you obsessing over food. We want you to enjoy it, use it for what it is. So during this time of all this travel, not only is that a great thing that you get to go have fun and not stress about food the whole time, but also learning to appreciate all of the losses that you've had so far as your weight, and then really, really learning and solidifying those habits on how to maintain right
Yes.
now.
Yep. Yeah, that's huge. And that gives me faith that I'm not doing this just for a temporary fix, that I'm really doing this and I'm going to be able to maintain this throughout the rest of my life. And that's
Absolutely.
huge because I'd never had that confidence with, previous programs and things that I had tried. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. What do you find has been the most helpful thing for you within this program?
Honestly, it's to me, not only do I get nutrition advice, which was huge, but I also like macros, for instance, those were not unfamiliar to me. I had known all the concepts and even with exercise, but really it's almost like therapy. I mean, having somebody that I can write to when I'm, maybe struggling a little bit more, and getting positive feedback, and not just like, hey, you can do it, go get them, but really like giving me things that I can put into practice. Like, here's some actual steps to take to get there.
Yeah.
So that's been the biggest thing. I don't think I expected that in the beginning. So originally when I was signing up, I was a little bit like, am I just doing another thing that I'm just paying money for? But I did have faith in you because, I liked the fact that you had a medical background, and I knew you from our younger days. So that gave me the confidence to just try it out. And it's been great. Like I said, the biggest thing is just being able to reach out to you and kind of helping to course correct when I need it and giving me positive advice. So yeah.
Absolutely. That was actually my next question of, were you skeptical before joining the program? So what, you
Yeah.
were skeptical, you were on the fence, but what was like the ultimate, like, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm skeptical, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah, honestly, it was my age. I'm getting to a point where I realize, I'm not getting younger, right? I'm kind of reaching that point where I'm in my mid 30s. So life is kind of flashing by. I'm watching how quickly my kids grow up. And I just thought, you get one chance at life. And do I really want to like keep just watching my chances waste by? Or do I want to just crack down and figure it out how to get to a healthy point? So not only can I hopefully avoid some potential health issues down the road, but just feel better about myself. Like, I don't want to look at a picture and think like, oh gosh, I wish I didn't look, like that. And I don't want my kids to see me thinking that either. Like, I want them to grow up with confidence and a healthy relationship with food. So that was the big
Absolutely.
thing that made me think like, just go for it. This person is not, like I said, not only do you have the nutrition advice and things like that, but having a background in GI health was also huge for me. I thought like, she actually knows medically what she's talking about, and that gave me a boost. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you. You're so kind.
yeah, sure.
So who would you say that this program is for?
I would say anybody and everybody, honestly. If there's any area of your life, whether it's you're trying to lose weight, or you're just trying to get a better relationship with food, even just needing some positive, uplift on how to manage stress better, or how to get into a workout routine. That's something else you helped me with, encourage me, like, go for it, jump back in, pick a certain number of days a week and try it. So that's been huge. But yeah, I mean, honestly, anybody. So if there are things that you need, just I look at you more as a life coach in general, not only from a eating perspective, but
Yeah,
just helpful and giving tips about managing stress and getting better sleep and so forth. So yeah.
absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up, because I do feel like the branding and the marketing of Sophrosyne Health really is predominantly nutrition and now fitness coaching, because I do have the personal trainer on staff. But as you said, like, it's so much more than the food. It always is. It always has been. But it takes a matter of vulnerability and self-awareness for you as the client to even get to that point before I can start to go into all of that. So it's really about, for each individual person, where they're at, what their relationship looks like with food and what their individual needs are. But you're right, it's definitely way more than just the macros and
Yeah.
losing weight for sure.
Yeah, that's only the surface of it. And I quickly came to realize that. So when I started to feel, overwhelmed, like, can I do this on a daily basis? And then I would reach out to you and kind of offer up, here's where I'm struggling. You always gave, like I said, quantifiable things that I could truly like go and put into action. And that was huge for me.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I've been able to help you. This is
Yeah,
great.
me too.
So, couple more questions. I know I'm just like throwing all these questions at you.
Kidding.
So if there's anyone listening to this or watching this right now and they're on the fence with joining, what would you tell them?
I would say I was in the same spot. So it's a big decision when you're signing up for a program, and you have to decide where your money goes, right? I earn my money and I have to make decisions every day. How am I going to spend it? But I think spending it on your health is probably one of the best ways that you can. So I think that if there's any area that you're struggling in and you feel like you need someone who can kind of give you a push, I would say do it. To just bite the bullet and try it out. I can't emphasize enough that I had tried just about it all, right? I had done
Yeah.
just exercise, a ton, and run miles and miles and miles, and none of that was working for me, but this program has. And that's coming from someone who her whole life has struggled thinking, I don't have, the willpower, like I can't do it. I can't tell myself no. So this has taught me that I can, and it's done it in a healthy way. But I don't feel like I'm restricting myself. I feel like I'm making positive decisions every day. So I say
I
go
love
for
it.
it and jump with both feet in, and you won't be disappointed. So
I love it. I love it so much. Thank you. Thank you for all of this. Are you okay if, because I'm going to be posting this and tagging it on Facebook, are you okay if people reach out to you in case they want to bypass me? If they don't trust me, you never know. Are you okay with people reaching out to
yeah,
ask you questions
absolutely.
about the program?
I'll be honest, I go and preach this out in town like all the time. So I'm constantly talking to people who will notice, like, hey, you look really good. Do you lose weight? And I'll tell them, like, yeah, I hired a health coach and I've been learning stuff. So I'm
Yes.
always trying to like tell everybody I know, because I do feel that strongly about it. So absolutely reach out. I will gladly answer any questions. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to do this, and I'm so happy to see where you are progress-wise in your weight loss journey. I'm appreciative to be on this journey with you, Rachel.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate you and look forward to the rest of it. So
Absolutely. Well, enjoy your time this weekend. Have fun in Myrtle Beach. I'm super jealous. Wish I could be at the beach too. And we'll talk. I'll be talking to you when you get back from vacation, okay?
all right, sounds good. Thanks, Kim.
Have a great weekend. You're welcome.
You
Bye-bye.
too.